Hello everybody, and welcome back. Last time we completed a couple of missions as well as the emergency mission of protecting the base from the giant mechanoid. Today we're going to continue with our missions and see what else we can find out about the big threat that is currently opposing the resistance. So I just thought I'd let you guys know that in the meantime I did a little bit of crystal grinding. As you can see, we have 9,000 and the playtime is almost 4 hours. So yeah, you didn't miss anything particularly thrilling. So, that being said, let's talk to Ciel and select some missions. So, in this case I want to do this one. We have received information that there is a hidden base of the enemy somewhere in the desert, and that they are holding Reploids in it. We have been trying to locate it, but if there is a hidden base, and if Reploids are being held there, we must save them as soon as possible. Will you find where the hidden base is? They must be somewhere in the desert. Will you accept? Yes. I'm counting on you, Zero. Alright, so for this one we actually have to discover a base hidden in the desert. And luckily for us also, this mission only has 3 Cyber Elves. So we don't have to worry too much about that. So, for the first part of this mission, let's just proceed through the desert as normal. And if you recall, these machines used to create the moving sands, and if we destroy this one, we have a hidden passage. And as you're going down, I suggest that you slide on the left wall because there is a hidden path here. And here we have the first Cyber Elf. There's a trap. Wait for a minute. I will disarm it. Okay, you can proceed. Alright, so let's slide down carefully because we have a bunch of spikes here. And there we go. If we hit the stalactites, you can make them fall down, and they can provide with some extra platform, which becomes completely necessary here because of the spikes. Alright. And here we have a frozen lake and a new enemy, the small turtle tank. This one is actually the other enemy that spawns a Cyber Elf, so I'm going to go back and forth until he actually drops it. And there we go. So far so good, we're only missing one Cyber Elf. So, in order to proceed with the mission, we have to go up this ladder, but actually I want to go all the way to the left here because, as you see, come on, we have some energy and an extra life, and in this game extra life are even more precious. Alright. Be careful with the bombs here. This is the hidden base. Wait for a minute, and I'll unlock the door for you. It's unlocked. Stay alert. Alright, so we have finally reached the hidden base. And so, as I mentioned before, I usually just go for the Sea Saber for every mission, but this is actually one mission that I think the Sea Buster is the better option. And here we have a Reploid. Thank you for saving me. There are 6 more Reploids being held in this base. We are going to hijack a shuttle in the hangar and escape after you save everyone. Please save the others. I'll head for the hangar and wait for you. So, we have our objective. We have to rescue 6 more. And the reason why I believe that the Sea Buster is better is because, and you'll see in a moment, well, maybe in the next floor, please also rescue the others. So, 2 down and 5 to go. So, we're infiltrating this base, meaning that we want to avoid being detected. And we have a door here. I wonder where the door leads to. I cannot open it now, because it's too well protected. So, yeah, the same dialogue. And this is a hint for a future mission. But, there's actually one more thing here. And it's hidden actually pretty well. Right here, we can go up, and we have the final Cyber Elf. Alright, so we got all the Cyber Elves, now we just have to complete the mission. And right there we have some green looking Reploids, and if you saw, they have a small radar on their eye. If they spot us, they'll sound an alert that will make it so more enemies appear, and the prison cells surrounding the Reploids will not be able to be opened. That is not an instant game over, of course. It will only be locked for a few seconds, but it can be quite annoying. So it is always better to make sure that you keep the most distance from them as you can, because you don't have to be right next to them, but at a decent distance they will sound the alarm. And for some reason this female Reploid has the redhead sprite, even though it is clearly from the in-game sprite at least blue or dark hair. Whatever. Thank you. Alright, so let's continue here. I want to scout the entire floor before I go to up any ladders. Thank you for saving me. Alright, be careful when going down the ladders, because yeah, right there, if we were to drop, we might get caught by the robot. Alright, how many? Only 2 more. There one down here? Yes. So it's up here then. One more prisoner to go. Thank you for saving us. Alright, only one more. Watch out for that one. And the one behind us. Alright. I don't know why I even bothered, but sure, I'll free those and then kill them. Alright, this one should be it. Alright. Have you rescued all the others? Wonderful. Thanks for saving us. Alright, with that done, let's wait for him to turn around. Damn it. They found you? Are you alright? Yeah, so that basically causes these guys to spawn. And if we had any more Reploids to rescue, their prison cells would be locked, but only for a few seconds, so it's not that big a deal even if you do get caught. And here we go. Thank you for saving all of us. But it is not over yet. A boss is protecting the hangar for the shuttle. There is no way for us to defeat him without your help. Zero, please help us. So of course. Good luck, Zero. Of course we have to face a boss. And in this case, this boss is also a good example for why you should stick with the Sea Buster for this particular mission, and you'll see why. You must be Zero. You have done well to make it this far, but this is where your journey ends. I am Blizzak Stagroth, the best warrior of Leviathan, the Guardian. You won't beat me. Get ready. So, yeah, this guy of course has ice powers, and every time he jumps, he drops little small ice bombs, usually near his feet, making it quite tough to approach him. Which is why I think it's better to use the Sea Buster, because getting right up close to him and either doing a triple slash combo or the charge shot, the charge attack for the slash for the Saber is quite annoying. And this attack right here, with the added icicles, I believe is unique if we face him at rank A. And he jumps all over the place. It's actually he can be a bit annoying. But he's done. This is Zero. I'm returning to the base with the prisoners. Roger, and don't forget to bring the ice chip. I look forward to your return, Zero. Alright, and finally we got the ice chip. It wasn't that good of a score, but we managed an A. Zero. Thanks to you, as many as 7 Reploids have been saved. We cannot thank you enough. You know what? My experiment is going fine so far. Once we succeed in developing a substitute energy, we plan to find a place to live a happy life, somewhere out of the reach of our enemy, Neo Arcadia. There, we like to live in peace, free from the anxiety of hunger, in a warm blanket of happiness. If that happens, you are going to come with us, aren't you, Zero? So yeah, out of the blue, we're finally given at least some motivation for Cial as well as the Resistance, and we're given some lip service to the supposed energy crisis that seems to be affecting the world, and we're given a name to the group that is, well, that basically that X is managing, which is called Neo Arcadia. Which is nice, because otherwise, up to this point, you have barely any information regarding what the Resistance base is and what our enemies are. Alright, so that being said, let's pick another mission. But before that, let's save actually. Alright, what next? So I believe it's time that I actually do this one. So this mission, the retrieve data mission, is actually one that you can do from the very beginning, and it is quite particular because it actually requires us to go back to the underground laboratory. However, once you complete this mission, the underground laboratory is, for the most part, no longer available to you, meaning that I can no longer use the spider nests to grind for energy crystals. However, I have already grinded for a decent amount, and there are other spots where I can grind, so I'm finally going to do this one. Do you remember the place in which we met? We had no choice but to escape them, but my research tells me that there remains some very important information for you there. The enemies must be trying to obtain it before you do. Go and retrieve it before it's too late. Will you accept? We're picking up several energy readings from the enemies. They must be looking for the remaining data too. Be careful, Zero. So yeah, let's get back to the Saber for this one. And there are some new enemies here. Some new obstacles in our way. And here we have the floating bombs, which I'm actually going to destroy a few of them, because one of them actually drops a Cyber Elf. Yeah, I believe there are 4 Cyber Elves for this mission, so 1 down, 3 to go. And normally, if you went up here, there was that Cyber Elf, and there's an energy container. But if we do it during the mission, we have a life, so nice. And then we have the small tank enemies that they also drop a Cyber Elf, so I'm going to do this in one moment. There we go. Alright, 2 down, 2 to go. Come on. There we go. Alright. Come on. There. Come on. I want to see if I can make it to the boss with a full health bar, but I guess I can't. There's a massive energy reading ahead. Stay alert. So yeah, we have a boss, and this one is actually weak to lightning. So let's get ready. My name is Maha Ganesha. I am in charge of data processing and handling information. All of the information you had has been stored in the server in my body. If you want it back, you'll have to destroy me and download it from my memory. Will you do it? So yeah. And actually, there's one move in particular that he has that I want to make sure that he shows it, because it is the one that I believe that is unique to it. There, that one. That move in which he grabs his tusks and throws them at you like a boomerang. I believe he only performs that move if you fight him at rank A or level A or higher. And he's almost dead, but I really like finishing this guy with a single attack, because I find it very funny how he's cut down by the middle, including the trunk. And he drops the third Saber. The self-destruct system has been activated, Zero. You have to evacuate now. So yeah, the mission's not over. We have to get out of here as quickly as possible. And these gates suddenly appear. Luckily, they will not resist a triple hit combo with this sword. And luckily, all of the enemies have disappeared. Otherwise, this run back would be far more annoying. Alright, we're almost there, and we did. Zero! Zero! Thank goodness, you are alive. I'm sorry we got you involved in this. I await your return to the resistance base. So, the mission is not completed, but we're actually, if you were keeping count, we only got 3 out of the 4 cyber-elves that I was talking about. That is because one has just become available. He is right here. After most of the underground laboratory collapses, this small portion is opened up, and there we have the container. So, you can actually get it by doing a kinda tricky jump, as I'm trying, or, well, you can do it that. But there is one much more easier method of getting it, which I'm going to showcase. And it's actually related to this particular mission. So, let's get back to the resistance base. And we got Speedster. We got a pretty nice score, 96. We have analyzed the data you retrieved, but most of the data is damaged and is useless. The good news is that we can restore the information on your weapon. If you want to know about it, ask our engineer named Saber. I am sorry that the mission ended poorly, but we hope you will continue to help us. So yeah, if we go talk to the engineer, he actually has something for us. So let's head all the way down. Zero, you came just in time. Look at this. It is a weapon called the Triple Rod. You can attack in any of the 8 directions. It requires some technique, but I am sure you'll be able to handle it. And with that we got a new weapon, the Triple Rod. And as you can see, we also have to level it up. So yeah, the main draw of this weapon is that, as we were told, we can attack in all 8 directions. And to be perfectly honest, I don't much care for the Triple Rod. Usually in the Mega Man Zero games, I like using weapons that allow me to always be on the move while attacking, such as the Saber mostly, and in some cases the Sea Buster. And while you can attack while jumping and dashing with the Triple Rod, if you do it while dashing on the ground, it stops you dead in your tracks. So I do find it a bit annoying. That being said, let's go talk to Ciel and save. And I believe that is almost all for today, but I'm going to showcase a few more of the cyber-elves before we end this episode. And I'll also showcase the Triple Rod, why not? So first, let's feed a bunch of them. So, the one that we got by sliding down the hidden wall in the sand cave was this one, but I'm going to focus on the ones that we haven't seen. And we actually got the level 3 animal Cyber Elf, Shelter. I'll boost your defense. So yeah, he basically doubles your defense. And let's actually get to a few of the hacker ones. We have Half Margo, and Kenite. I can rob out small enemies. Basically, I believe that means that most of the very tiny enemies no longer appear. And Totem, I help in the damage zone. This one works a bit strange, but I hope I can actually show it. Alright, so I'm going to download a few of these, and as you can see, we're only missing one level 2 of the nurse elves. We're only missing a few of the level 1 animal elves, and 2 of the level 2 hackers. And for the rest, they're all level 1. So we have a bunch of them. So we're not that far from having them all. So I'm going to download, let's see, Shelter, and well, the thing is, I won't be able to showcase Half Margo really because I'm not going to fight a boss right now, but I do want to show Totem and maybe Kenite. Alright. So, let's go ahead and use them. Shield you in damage zone. And this one, it wipes out some enemies. And actually, I may be able to showcase a few level 1s. More specifically, I want to show these ones, the bird animal and the bee, why not? Alright. So, for the area I want to go to the disposal center. And let's use... I believe it's Visus. So he's not doing anything right now because there are no enemies, but he will always hover around you for a while, and as soon as you see an enemy he will shoot some projectiles. And this one. This, usually here you would see spikes, insta-kill spikes, but because I use Totem, he creates these barriers that will always cover spikes, meaning that you are no longer in danger of dying from spikes at all. I don't think he actually protects you from pits, but that is one major hazard out of the way. And are there any enemies here? Doesn't seem to be. Well, maybe down here. Come on, anybody? Well, at least I'll show what the bird wants to do. And you can have up to 2. So supposedly, if you fall from a hole, he will rescue you. Yeah, as you can see. You'll sparkle for a bit, and you have brief control of 0, so enough as to get him to a wall. If you don't do anything by then, you will fall and die as usual. And unfortunately, we didn't get any enemies, so let's see if I can correct that. Come on. Alright, so there should be some enemies here. Hopefully. Wait a second. Yeah, this one is resting in peace. Also, it is implied that every time you use a Saber, they basically sacrifice their lives for you, which is a bit sad. And you can also tell it by seeing what Lippy's dialogue is. Sacrifice me for vitality. It's a bit sad. So, I think that Hacker 1 actually got rid of all the enemies in the disposal center. So I'm actually very glad that I'm not going to keep this in the current save file, because I wouldn't be able to level up the triple rod against the spiky pillars here. So, I think that is all for today. Next time we're going to do a few of the remaining missions, and I'll see you guys then.